Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Victor Peter from Mind Clash Games, looking at Cerebria, which is a prototype right now.
Yeah,
it's not a published game. When do you expect to go to publication?
Actually, it's kickstarting on September the 12th.
2017?
Yeah.
For release 2018 at some point?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So this game is about controlling someone's mind. Basically, think of it as sort of like Inside Out the game.
Okay.
The players are playing in two-player teams actually.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is playing the bliss side of the personality, the other is playing the gloom side of the personality.
Okay.
And they are basically trying to control this person's mind, which is described in an abstract way here.
Okay.
So
it's a 4-player only game?
No, actually, it can be played 1 versus 1 as well.
Okay.
The standard mode to play is 2 versus 2,
Okay.
but we will have game modes for each player count.
Okay.
So yeah, here we have the spirits of bliss and gloom. Each player controls one spirit. These are basically the manifestations of bliss or gloom, the agents, so to say. And the way you play in this game, you have actions shared with your teammate, and you can use your actions to move around the board with the spirits, invoke emotions with the spirits, sort of like gloom spirits will invoke anger, they will invoke jealousy and things like that, while bliss spirits will invoke excitement or sociability.
Okay.
Things like that. So these are all emotions that are used to control the board. They have intensity rate values and they have special abilities as well.
Okay.
There's going to be a bunch of them in the finished game, like over 60.
Okay.
And the purpose of the game is actually to build Cerebria's identity. Either build bliss or gloom fragments into it. Because there are several moments in the game called revelations, this is when one of these pools is emptied. Mm-hmm. These pools are where spirits get their willpower. Willpower is actually spent to take actions.
Okay.
This is one of the primary resources in the game, and when it runs out from one of these pools, then we have a revelation.
Okay.
Each player has a goal that they need to prepare for this revelation, and there is a public goal as well. These are the secret goals, public goals. And based on the number of goals you can achieve at this revelation, you either get to build a bliss fragment or a gloom fragment into the identity, which is basically a growing personality of this person.
Right.
So at the end of the game, we will have a fully finished identity, and whether bliss or gloom is dominant in this identity decides if they win the game or not.
Okay, and the towers are of different heights.
Yeah.
Different strength.
Yeah, depending on the number. If you can complete both the public and your own secret objective, then you can score a major fragment.
Okay.
And the major fragment will influence one of these pools on the later turns. They increase the bonus that you can get from that pool.
Okay.
But they're all worth 1 point at the end of the game. This gives you an ongoing bonus basically during the game.
Can you go a little more into what a turn is? So we're moving about the board, and what are we doing with these cards as they're setting up here?
Absolutely.
We're making the landscape in the mind.
Yeah, basically we are making the landscape in the mind. We have 5 realms in this verb. Mm-hmm. Each has an action associated to this, and if you control these realms, for example, in this case, Bliss would control these realms because he has 2 emotions on here. Okay. That would make this action, which is moving already placed emotions around the board, cheaper, since they control it basically. And we also have frontiers. So this frontier, for example, the frontier is these 3 slots tied together is now controlled by gloom actually. I don't have the more. It's controlled by gloom, and this influences the number of willpower you can take from these pools in the middle. Okay. And that's good for you in 2 ways, because one, you get willpower to spend, you get more of these things, but you also get closer to scoring. So basically, one of your actions is taking from these pools.
Okay. We should show the action board as well. Well, I was going to put it so you do it.
Oh, sorry. So this action is taking from the pools. you can. This is the only one action that you can only do once during a round.
Okay.
And if you, like I said, if you empty a pool with this action, you ideally you want to do that if you fulfill
At the right time,
at the
yes.
right time. So it's all about timing and action and reaction.
Okay.
If you can do that right and empty the pool, then you can not only gain willpower, but you can also score.
Okay.
So that's the frontier control lets you, like controlling these areas lets you take more of these, and controlling the realms lets you take more efficient actions since they cost less willpower, basically.
Okay.
You can. There are also a number of actions here on your spirits board that you can upgrade. So you don't necessarily have to put these emotion cards on the board to control. You can also discard them to upgrade your spirits.
Okay.
By upgrading your spirits, you can, for example, this is the move action. If you place an upgrade here by discarding a red card, then you can move twice, not just once. Exactly. You can make your willpower engine more efficient since you can get them back at the end of the round and that sort of stuff.
Okay.
So 4 actions are here on the board. You can improve them, and 5 actions are on the big board, and that those can be made cheaper if you control the respective round. Actually.
Okay.
So yeah, it's and you get an action pool too. At the end of each round, you reset your action pool, and your action pool grows by 1 each round.
Okay.
And this is the action pool that your team has to spend. So you have to coordinate how you want to spend it. You have to, like, if your teammate is in a better position, you might want to save him some actions to do more impactful things on that side of the board.
Okay.
Sort of like that.
All right. It looks awesome. I mean, just the world that's built up here is very compelling, very
Thank
interesting.
you.
Yes.
We
It's
are
a lot to look at.
really looking forward to the Kickstarters, and I also really like the aspect that you have mild and powerful emotions. So, for example, you can have generosity on the board, but later in the game you can actually upgrade it to selflessness, which is a more powerful version, and an ability that's similar but also more powerful.
Okay. All right. Amazing. I wish you could show these closer. We can show all these. Anyway, people can look at it closer. You'll be promoting it very soon.
Yeah, we are actually promoting it right here at the Gen Con. So.
We can do all this. All right. Well, thank you very much, Victor.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Look at the box back here. Cerebria, the Inside World, coming 2018. Thank you.
Thank you.